Alright, today's October 18th. I'm Ryan Kiefer.
And I'm Alex Holroyd. Welcome to this edition of Pirate Nation News.
Last week, a new employee started working at Perry local schools. You may have seen him around lately. His name is Captain. However, he's not your typical school employee.
You see, Captain's a four-legged employee who is a trained police dog. But Captain's a bit different than most police dogs. He's also a trained therapy dog and is trained to work specifically in a school setting.
The school was able to purchase the dog through grant funding. Sergeant O'Valley can tell us more about his skill set.
The dog that I have, his name is Captain. He's a 2-year-old golden retriever. Captain and I both went through a 6-week course for training that was 5 days a week and sometimes 6 days a week, depending on what event we were doing. So Captain, the training he did was he can do a lot of narcotic detections like crack, cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, marijuana, methamphetamines, basically all the illegal drugs, including prescription pills. Some of the other things that he's able to detect are guns and bullets. Captain can also, he can do tracking, and what that means is if, like, say there's somebody that was lost in the woods or something of that nature, he could ultimately find their scent and detect exactly where they are. He also can do article searching, like if somebody throws evidence on the ground and keeps running, he's able to detect where that evidence is. What he also can do that some of the other dogs didn't do in the class was be therapeutic. He can be, very loving. He can be very playful to kids that maybe have some kind of anxiety or some kind of social issue. We would wake up probably around like 4:30 in the morning, and we would run all the way until probably 4:30 in the afternoon. And there were like 12-hour days. Like I said, some days were 5 days a week, and some days were 6. He was born in Colombia 2 years ago, and he was shipped to the United States at a very early age to do drug work with the U.S. Customs, but he ended up getting transferred to our police department. So the word for him in German is, for release the ball, is aus. So I'll give him the command and he'll do it.
What an awesome addition to the school district.
In other news, the high school will be performing Game of Tiaras this weekend. Miss Hunter and her students have worked hard to prepare.
This weekend, the Perry Theater Department will be performing Game of Tiaras. Mrs. Hunter, the second-year theater director, and her students are putting a lot of time and effort into making this show as great as possible.
Hi, my name is Jen Hunter, and I am the director of the fall play this year at Perry High School. Practices for the play are held Monday through Thursday from 3 to 5 o'clock in the Goodwin Theater. I never thought I'd direct. I always thought I was going to work backstage because that was where my love was. I didn't want to be a director. Now I'm hooked. Now I love it. The biggest challenge is the kids and making them all sit still for 5 minutes in a row so they know what the heck they're supposed to be doing. I have a hard time kind of seeing the show overall until I get it on the stage. It's not until I actually see it up there that I can figure things out. And then I go home and I dream about it, and then I come back and can fix it. I want to keep the program growing, that we've got a lot of kids involved, and I want to keep it with a lot of kids involved.
It's just a lot of fun. You make a lot of friends through it. You make these connections that you wouldn't have with these people normally because you're with them hours upon hours upon hours, and you get sick of them, but it's still a lot of fun.
Theater is important to me because it's the only thing I enjoy to do in my free time, and I just like to act, and that's what I like to do. It's my passion.
I just like to do something after school so I don't have to go home and sleep, and it helps me avoid homework.
As you can see, these kids put a lot of time and effort in preparing for the show that will take place Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. For Pirate Nation News, this is Brendan Flato. Now back to the news desk.
Make sure you get out this weekend and see the performance. Our theater students always do a great job. Last week, the newly formed outdoor club went ziplining in Geneva. Mr. Crow will tell us a little bit about the trip.
The purpose was, well, first it's part of the outdoor club. So we do like different activities this year, and so this is one of our planned activities. So it's kind of to bring kids together, to work together, and to kind of encourage each other. So that was the main purpose. We're going to go to Holden Arboretum October 23rd on Wednesday. Again, it's open to any student, freshman through senior, that would like to be part of the outdoor club. We're going to go in the emergent tower and also the walkway in the top of the trees. So that's what we plan on doing.
My favorite part was the second zip line where we did it together as a thing.
What was your favorite part, Tandon?
Well, besides that guy, it was probably the bus ride. No, I'm saying it was definitely that second one. When me and Gabe went, I felt pretty raw. You know what I'm saying?
That looks like a ton of fun. If you're interested in joining the outdoor club, go see Mr. Crow. He has tons of other activities planned.
The students working on the house flip project have been making significant progress. Let's take a look at episode 3 of the Pirate Project.
Welcome back to episode 3 of the Pirate Project. In today's episode, we will show you the recent progress that is being made to the top level of the house. All of the walls in the top story of the house are now gone. It's crazy to see how big the top floor actually is. What was once a cramped space now has the potential of being considered open concept. The middle floor is now totally opened up. If you're standing inside, you can now see the front of the house all the way to the back. Students are willing to show up and really continue to put forward a lot of effort.
All right, we're here with LaCroyster, who is a student participating on the Pirate Project. Now, LaCroyster, what have you been doing the past couple weeks on the house?
We've been doing so much demolition, and we took out basically the whole basement and the whole second floor. We're working on the whole third floor. We're not taking all of it apart, but we basically just took it all down to the studs, taking out some of the insulation, so we can finally get back into it, so we can finally put stuff back together, like cabinets. We're not fully furnishing the house and all, but we are gonna be putting some cabinets and basically some drywall if we're gonna paint it or put some paneling or something up. I don't know what we're doing, but I know that we're gonna be putting trim, and we're gonna be redoing the floors so we're not having different levels and different spots that have divots and stuff, so it'll be more of a level floor.
We have so many great things happening at Perry High School. Another great class at Perry is the internship class. Mrs. Soder is here to explain more about what the students in that class have been up to.
The internship program here at Perry is set up in phases. The first phase of the course, we are all together as a class, getting ready for our internships, preparing soft skills, learning about the companies where we're headed, and just kind of getting acclimated to that first day. Then the internship move starts to begin, and students go out to their internship 3 days a week. And then the other 2 days a week, we're here in the class, kind of processing what's happening in our internships, working through different modules, and preparing for next steps. So the internship program is definitely like a normal class in the sense that you have a teacher here at Perry, you have fellow classmates here at Perry, and there's a place where we all come and meet when the class is scheduled. It's a little different though than other classes because it's only for juniors and seniors, and you will be off campus. So part of the week you're going to go to your internship, and that makes it a little bit unique. Sometimes internships are in environments where you're the only high school student, and but you'll always have a mentor. You'll always have somebody there who is like the person who you can ask questions of and the person who you can lean on when you need support. That person also guides you through the internship experience, maybe assists you with projects or kind of gives you ideas for goals that you might want to set for yourself. So it's a lot like other courses, but yet there is a component that is a little bit unique. So to be a part of the class, you just simply need to register for the class. So in February, when students are selecting classes through Infinite Campus, you would just register for the Learning Through Internship class. And then I meet with the students who have registered for the course, and I kind of talk to them about what they're thinking, what their interests are. We work together. If the student isn't prepared to kind of vision and they don't really know what they want to do, we work together to further define some of their interests and think about what they might enjoy doing. So the class entails a variety of topics. We start out with soft skills, just kind of getting ready to be in that adult environment. And then we go through a self-discovery phase where students are kind of learning more about their own preferences when it comes to what I might major in when I go to college. Then we go through an exploration phase where they learn about what the possibilities are as they relate to their interests, and they ask questions. This class is a chance to kind of like slow things down and really focus on you and do some of that important reflection that needs to happen, but oftentimes we just don't make the time for it. And so that's kind of how the course, we weave that throughout the whole course.
That's a cool class that everyone should take during either their junior or senior year. The art students have also been up to something interesting. Check this out.
So this project was for my advanced kids. So Block 3, I have all my Art 2, 3, 4, and AP students. And they've been working really hard on a project that's been taking them a while. Some are painting some larger paintings, some oil paintings. So I wanted to break up the monotony a little bit, so just kind of take a day and do a group project that kind of just loosens things up, have a little fun, play some music, and create a mural that, makes people collaborate with each other and look at what they've drawn and add to it. And as you start going, they're a little bit hesitant, but then as it goes on, it gets more involved, and people start seeing things, start hiding things in the painting and that kind of thing. So it's just kind of a fun way to spend a day with my advanced students to kind of give them a breather from what they've been doing day in and day out in here.
My favorite part of the project was painting with my friends.
It's finding out I had more creativity than I thought.
It was to be able to express how I felt doing this whole project thing.
Wow, that was awesome. If you want to see the finished artwork, it's outside Miss Milky's room. The middle school took their annual trip to Washington, D.C. this year. Here's a look at their visit.
Recently, our 8th graders have been on their annual Washington, D.C. trip. Let's take a look.
The purpose of going on the DC trip is for 8th graders to get a hands-on approach to learning and to really see how government looks and works and get a lot of steps in.
Taking the 8th graders on the DC trip. I think one of the greatest benefits is giving students an opportunity that wouldn't otherwise get to leave the state and get to see some of our nature's treasures. So, we ensure that every 8th grader gets an opportunity to go on a trip that is one that hopefully they will remember their whole lives.
Just being around my friends and going to Arlington.
favorite part of the trip was probably the medieval times.
Most interesting thing that I did there was probably go to the Natural History Museum. The most fun thing I did there was definitely the hotel business.
part was going to the monuments and I especially like the Vietnam Memorial. The most interesting was going to the Capitol and seeing and learning a lot about how it was made and a lot about our country's history.
That is always a memorable trip for the students who attend, and those get a lot of fun too. On a serious note, vaping and the dangers it brings has been in the news a lot lately. Alexis Sexton will tell us more about the dangers associated with vaping.
Hey Pirates! Recently, vaping has become an epidemic in our community. Let's see what our community thinks about this.
So you're not allowed to vape. Rule number one, if you are caught vaping or in possession of a vape, there are consequences that start with one to multiple extended detentions and then progressing on to greater consequences if caught second, third time. In addition, it could be turned over to the police and the police could write a ticket and that carries with it a certain fine. That fine actually works through the court system and it's in the police hand. It's not a fine from the school. I mean, recently in the news there's been a lot of stories about people facing some pretty serious health consequences as a result of using vapes. I think that it's still such a new product that's out there that I would urge and recommend people stay away from it until we have some more information on it. And I know there's people that are out there that put information about the benefits of it and there's people that are against it. All I know is that when you look at the news, we keep seeing these headlines and news articles about some of the damages that vapes are causing in different people. So I would say just be very cautious, and once again we want all of our students and staff members to be healthy and live healthy lives, and that might be a good place to start.
Vaping and why vaping is bad. I think the bottom line is that science really doesn't know what it does to people. And there have been cases where people have gotten these strange lung diseases because within the cartridges, a lot of them, they're finding out that they have heavy metals. And that's what this whole sign means. It's just a joke about the bathrooms, but the stalls may have number 1 and number 2. But vapes may have 24, 28, and 82. And if you look at the periodic table, 24, that's chromium. I mean, that's a nasty heavy metal. Chromium right there. You've got 28 is nickel. You don't want to be inhaling nickel. That's horrible. And 82, look at that lead. I mean, everybody knows that you shouldn't get lead in your body. So these are things that people are inhaling, and the science community doesn't quite know what the long-term effects of that is going to be, which is why government is now banning a lot of different types of cartridges that people use. But yeah, vaping isn't any better than smoking cigarettes.
Vaping has serious health consequences, including death, so I hope people are listening to the government's warning. Since we're talking about health, have you tried the new Embrace Nutrition place in Perry? Our next video will take us outside the popular store to see what it's all about.
Embrace Nutrition offers many healthy options to the public, including teas, coffees, shakes, and many other snacks.
Hi guys, we provide meal replacement shakes. So we have shakes that are about between 200 and 250 calories. We provide healthy forms of drinks. So we have shakes, we got teas, and we got coffees, along with other healthy products like protein bars. On Saturdays we do oatmeal on breakfast, like a healthy. So we pretty much have healthy options for food, kind of like that.
Customers that Embrace Nutrition vary depending on what time of the day it is and what day of the week it is.
It varies throughout the day. So in the morning, most of our customers are teachers, and then throughout the day it's just all kinds of people. There's students around 2:30 and 3 o'clock. So I mean, it's a big part, but it's a majority of different customers.
At Embrace Nutrition, there's an endless amount of shake combinations you can make.
So we have about 43 flavors in our shakes. We also have teas, like I said, teas and coffees. So I say between 60 options of drinks and shakes as well. and you can customize whatever. So really the possibilities are endless.
Embrace Nutrition is open for many hours during the day. Here are those hours that they will be serving.
So we're open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 5. On Saturdays we open 8 to 2, but again, depending on business, we might stay here till whenever. And we love to do that. So
As the year goes on and the seasons change, there will be more exclusive shakes added to the menu and taken off.
So we usually have special shakes throughout the month. So every month we're going to have a special shake, and then we're going to have new shakes every week, along with teas. So if you guys follow our website on Facebook, you guys are going to see that we have new shakes every week to keep it interesting, keep it new, keep bringing the flavors that people like. Like, for example, this month we're going to have a lot of pumpkin flavors. And then starting December, we're going to go with like gingerbread or peppermint. So each week we have something new.
If you haven't been there yet, go check it out. Now, are you ready for the Mass Teacher? Let's see who gets voting off this week.
Hello, and welcome to The Mass Teacher. I'm your host, Katie Baranowskis, and here are your contestants. Last week, Charlie Brown, aka Miss Carino, was sent home, and the teachers were asked what their height was. The results are in. Echo 9, Poindexter, Antonio Brown, the River Otter, and the Honey Badger. Please step forward. You are all safe this week. You may step back. Now, on to the winner this week, with 36.4% of votes, is the cat. Congratulations, you may step back. This leaves the bottom two as the Narwhal and Jason Kipnis. The person going home tonight with 1.3% of votes is Jason Kipnis. Let's see who's behind the screen.
Hi, I'm Mr. Ruska.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Ruska. Now, on to this week's question. What is your eye color?
Blue.
Brown. Dark brown.
Yellow.
Brown. Brown.
Brown.
Well, there you have it. Make sure to vote in the Google form listed in the description of this video for who you want to keep in. See you next week on The Mass Teacher.
For Mr. Ruska, don't forget to vote for the next round, and stay tuned to see who leads the show next time. And now,
Quick Fire Questions with Ryan and Alex.
Can you name all the states that start and end with the same letter?
I don't know that.
Ohio. This might take a while. Alabama. This is tough. Arizona.
Alabama, Ohio, Antarctica.
Oh gosh.
Ohio, Alaska, Alabama, and Arizona.
Ohio.
Arkansas. No. All I know is Ohio. It's yeah, it's my mom.
Ohio. I'm definitely no geographer, that's for sure.
Okay, whatever. I got three. Out.
that's all. That's all. Okay.
Is Antarctica one?
Finally, let's end today's episode with a recap of the Harvey football game and get ready to beat Lakeside tonight. Let's go Pirates!
Well, that's all for this week's edition of Pirate Nation News. Look for us again in 2 weeks. And
Go Pirates!
Oh, there's a little red light. So are we good right now? Okay.
Do you need to give a clap?
Like this.
I'm so stupid!
What?
So if you had there's a year.
Town.
It's always
They're so funny.
Yeah, look for Sargent Valley and then kind of really good.
Your local skitters. Repair your local skitters. Who was able to purchase the dog through grant funding? Sergeant O'Valley will
Dude! We're on the Can you be quiet? Dude,
you're making them nervous.
Prepare. I have no idea what I'm saying. The school's top priority.
Pierogi?
He's a typical.
Rolling?
Boomer. I'm sorry. You should go. Anyway.
Yeah, they love saying boomer.
Did you call your mom Boomer? No.
find Sergeant O'Valley. He's most likely to be right next to him. Working for the Perry Local School District. His name is Sergeant. You might have seen him around. However,
His name's Captain.
I was hoping no one would notice it so we could just keep rolling.
What an awesome addition to the school district. Dr. Thompson said safety is the school's top priority.
Opera. There's a really good opera in town.
Opportunity. God. What an sorry.
No, let's keep going. Just take it out.
Into the school district. Dr. Thompson. Can I just say what an awesome addition to the school district and just skip all the Dr. Thompson?
Sure.
That is always so funny.